Hello everyone, welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to share with you a fascinating case study titled, When AI Enters the Workflow, Anthropic's engineers experience skill shift, anxiety, and productivity jumps. This is a must-learn topic for students, faculty, and industry stakeholders alike. In this session, we'll explore how Anthropic's internal study provides rare and honest insights into how AI is transforming real-world engineering work. We'll look at both the productivity benefits and the hidden risks, like skill erosion, reduced collaboration, and even existential job anxiety. This case really bridges the gap between theory and practice, helping us understand the organizational changes driven by technology. So, let's dive into what this means for all of us in the field of organizational behavior and HR analytics. On this slide, we see a fascinating paradox that many of us are experiencing with AI in the workplace. First, there's an increase in job anxiety and existential concerns, which is understandable given the rapid changes and uncertainties AI brings. At the same time, we observe a decrease in skill atrophy and collaboration difficulties, likely because AI tools are helping us retain skills and work more effectively together. Interestingly, despite these concerns, there's a notable rise in productivity and capability expansion. AI is enabling us to do more and push our limits. This paradox highlights how AI is reshaping our working reality in complex ways. To understand this better, we conducted this study at a $183 billion AI startup, analyzing internal usage logs, conducting 53 in-depth interviews, and surveying 132 engineers. These insights help us grasp the dual nature of AI's impact, both the challenges and the opportunities it creates. So, as we move forward, keep in mind that AI's influence isn't black and white. It's a nuanced balance of concerns and growth. This overview sets the stage for exploring how we can navigate this dual reality effectively. On this slide, I'd like to focus on what we call a self-reflective organizational analysis. Essentially, it's about a company being transparent with itself, an unprecedented level of openness. Here, we see an AI company that's actually studying its own AI adoption processes, which is pretty remarkable. This isn't just about external evaluation. It's a deep internal look to understand how AI is integrating into their workflows. This kind of analysis is strategically significant because it allows the company to assess the real-world impact of AI in the workplace. It's not just theoretical. It's about understanding how AI changes day-to-day operations and employee experiences. The research behind this was formal and internal, conducted in August 2025, which shows how forward-thinking and committed they are to continuous improvement. The timeline of this research underscores its importance. It's a recent effort reflecting ongoing commitment. The company behind this is the creator of Claude Code AI, a notable innovation in the AI space, with a valuation reaching around $183 billion. They have roughly 3,000 employees, making this a substantial operation. Finally, this all fits within a broader context, the organization profile, and connects directly to Anthropic's ongoing AI transformation. This slide highlights how they're not just deploying AI, but actively examining its impact, which ties into the larger theme of responsible and strategic AI development. We're completing more work in less time, but the key question is, are we truly learning, or are we just executing faster? Engineers are now performing beyond their typical expertise boundaries, confidently tackling unfamiliar domains. This skill expansion is happening at a remarkable rate, reportedly 100% improvement, showing how quickly teams are growing their capabilities. With these advancements, we're seeing faster iteration cycles and higher task completion rates across teams, with reports indicating speeds are increasing by 3 to 5 times. A significant part of this acceleration comes from engineers delegating up to 1/5 of their work to Claude, especially those tedious, repetitive tasks that can now be handled more efficiently. Delegating 20% of their workload frees up engineers' time, allowing them to focus on higher-value activities. All of this ties into the bigger picture. the productivity surge we're witnessing, and how AI is fundamentally transforming our work dynamics. It's not just about doing more faster. It's about redefining what's possible, pushing the boundaries of what we can learn and accomplish. Let's take a closer look at this insight. While high productivity might seem like a clear win in the short term, it doesn't necessarily translate into a sustainable workforce capability. In fact, focusing solely on immediate gains can lead to long-term skill gaps. For example, as teams rely more on AI-generated solutions, their ability to critically review and understand these solutions can diminish over time. This makes it harder to catch errors or optimize processes effectively. Another challenge is critiquing code. When ready-made solutions become the norm, engineers might not develop the deep understanding needed to analyze and improve code thoroughly. Instead, their expertise shifts from depth, really mastering the fundamentals, to breadth, covering many areas superficially. This shift can weaken core skills that are essential for innovation and troubleshooting. We also see a phenomenon called cognitive underload. Engineers might fear losing their fundamental programming abilities because AI handles increasingly complex logic. But this fear highlights a real risk. As reliance on AI grows, the erosion of deep coding skills can occur. Ultimately, the hidden cost here is skill atrophy and learning decline. While AI can boost productivity now, it may come at the expense of long-term skill development. And that's something we need to be mindful of as we integrate these technologies into our workflows. Today, I want to highlight some of the most urgent concerns coming from industry leaders like CEO Dario Amodei. He's warning us that within just 1 year, AI could potentially be writing all of our code. That's a staggering thought, but it underscores a broader belief many share, that AI will eventually handle nearly everything we do. This creates a tricky balance. On one hand, there's short-term optimism about the incredible advancements we're seeing now. But on the other hand, there's a growing long-term fear about what this means for jobs and employment security. Many professionals are feeling uncertain about their future, specifically whether their jobs will survive in the next 3 to 5 years. This kind of stress, which some are calling technological uncertainty stress, or TUS, is becoming more common. I recently spoke with an engineer at Anthropic who described it quite poignantly. They said, "It kind of feels like I'm coming to work every day to put myself out of a job." That really captures the existential anxiety many are experiencing, worrying about whether their skills will stay relevant or become obsolete. This psychological toll is significant. It's not just about the technology evolving, it's about how those changes impact our mental health and sense of purpose. As we navigate this rapidly changing landscape, understanding these fears is essential to addressing the broader implications for society and the future of work. Let's talk about the organizational impact of these changes. We're seeing a fundamental shift in how knowledge ecosystems and team dynamics operate. Traditionally, mentorship structures were strong, fostering knowledge transfer and collaboration. But now, with AI, these structures weaken, and collective intelligence starts to decline. When engineers ask Claude for instant answers, it reduces the need for human interaction. This often leads to isolated problem-solving, where individuals rely more on AI than on colleagues. If we compare this to the traditional workflow, engineers would ask their colleagues, engage in mentorship, share knowledge, and build team bonds. That collaborative process was vital for a healthy, innovative work environment. However, with AI-driven workflows, collaboration can collapse. AI starts to replace colleagues, which impacts team cohesion and the organic exchange of ideas. So the key takeaway here is that while AI offers efficiency, it also risks eroding the social fabric and collaborative spirit that are crucial for organizational growth. This shift has profound implications for how we build teams and foster innovation in the future. Anthropic's internal reality, much like what we're seeing globally, reflects widespread concerns about job displacement. It's important to recognize that anxiety around losing jobs or being replaced by automation isn't isolated to any one company or country. It's a common thread across the entire workforce. To put this in perspective, the McKinsey workforce study aligns closely with these sentiments, showing that many workers worldwide share these fears. This connection underscores the relevance of our discussion today, highlighting that these challenges are systemic and require thoughtful solutions. By understanding this shared reality, we can better appreciate the importance of addressing workforce concerns as we navigate technological advancements and automation. Let's take a closer look at our strategic goal here, which is to ensure that AI serves as a tool to augment, not replace, the growth of our cognitive skills. This means setting clear boundaries on AI usage for our junior engineers. We want to rebuild mentorship structures deliberately, creating a framework that fosters learning and skill development alongside AI integration. To support this, we'll implement skill retention KPIs and assessments, making sure that as we incorporate AI, our engineers' core skills are preserved and strengthened. Additionally, mandatory peer review cycles, led by humans, will ensure quality and facilitate knowledge sharing. We're also introducing weekly human-only coding challenges to keep problem-solving sharp and prevent over-reliance on AI. Now, moving to track 2, which is all about preserving human expertise. Our goal here is to maintain our competitive edge through efficiency. By accelerating iteration cycles and delivery speed, we can stay ahead in the market. Tools like Claude will be used for debugging, documentation, and handling repetitive tasks, saving time and reducing errors. Finally, our recommended solution is a dual-track AI integration strategy. This approach allows us to maximize productivity while safeguarding human skills, ensuring a balanced, sustainable growth model for our engineering teams. So, as we wrap up, I want to highlight why this case study really serves as an excellent example across multiple disciplines like HRM, organizational behavior, strategy, and even future of work courses. It shows us that sustainable AI adoption isn't just about technology. It's about intentionally designing these systems to protect human expertise while also leveraging automation for maximum benefit. Long-term organizational strategy plays a crucial role here, thinking ahead to how AI will influence our structure and culture over time. And on a more immediate level, job anxiety is very real. It's something organizations need to address proactively through clear communication, reassurance, and strategies aimed at preserving skills. When we look at workforce risk management, it's important to recognize that productivity gains from AI can sometimes hide underlying cognitive declines. So we need to find the right balance between efficiency and developing our capabilities. Then there's the psychology of human-AI interaction. AI doesn't just change the tasks we do. It reshapes team dynamics, learning patterns, and organizational culture itself. Finally, all of these points tie back to the overarching theme. Technology drives behavioral change. Understanding this helps us prepare for the future of work, ensuring we adapt thoughtfully and responsibly. These key takeaways are especially relevant for MBA students, as they highlight the importance of strategic thinking and human-centered design in managing technological change.